Good Sunday morning. It's Ice Age TV, and if it's a Sunday morning, what do you think we're doing today? Yeah, we're going to the car meet, but it's freezing. A heavy jacket on, it's cold. Crazy is, it's not really cold, but it is cold because we've been so used to the warm weather. You ever had that where, like in the winter months, you have 20-degree days, and all of a sudden you have like a 45-degree day? You're like, wow, warm. It's so warm out. So when I'm saying that it's cold, is that a truthful statement? I mean, come on. And that's what I got to think about this morning on my channel. What's the theme today? And I thought to myself, wow, what a week. The truth. Is that a theme today? Like you hear, I put on my front hood deflector as it falls off on the trucky here for me. I put it in warm weather, so I think I'll be all right. Boy, I tell you what, the truth. What's the truth about this vehicle right here? I mean, the truth in this vehicle is this thing is just so much fun. I mean, even for me, I'm like, wow, I'm so glad I made the decision to go ahead and get this. I mean, the truth kind of came to be that for me, after seeing this truck and understanding it more, wow, it's just such a nice vehicle as I climb up into it to try to get into it as an old man, right? Good Lord. Yeah. I don't know if everybody can get in this thing. So does this thing go to automatic heat? It's interesting. You would think this thing would go to automatic full-blown heat. There's the heated steering wheel. Hard for you to see on the information here. So let's see here. Get this thing out of the garage. And I need to get gas. Blah, blah, blah. There's the kid. I think the kid's gonna get cold. I think the truth's gonna be today that we're not gonna last. Gotta get my seatbelt on. Jesus Christ. Just too many projects, right? To get the Sunday morning conversation going. And wow, what a week. I mean, what a week we have had. It's just incredible. You look in the past week, what did I accomplish, right? Yeah, what did I accomplish? Wow. Well, you're riding in it with me right now. This Ford Bronco Raptor. I mean, a week ago, I wasn't even, no clue. And that's something about life. And how sometimes things just happen that you never even, I mean, sadly, that could be a really negative thing too. We lose people from dying and sickness, and that's an infinite list on, what you didn't know today, what'll be different next week. Yeah, but for me, just an incredible week. I mean, just beyond believable of what played out this week for me to be able to buy this Ford Bronco Raptor. And for me, even for me, it's just, is it truthful? Am I conveying through my channel to my subscribers and viewers the truth? Am I truly telling you the way it is? And that's a huge challenge today. It seems to be more than ever people giving out information through the technology and being truthful. Isn't that something? That more than ever we have more information at the access of our hands and our eyes, and instantaneous, but it's being used in that way for the wrong reason. I mean, beyond believable that we're now finding out. So for me, my YouTube channel, I tell you the way it is. I mean, I really try to convey to anybody watch my channel, and I do, I buy all these cars, and I tell you the way I feel and what I think. And even for me, truthfully, at first when I drove this Bronco, after driving my Bronco over, I was kind of like, I don't know, is this thing really that much different? And And after kind of, test driving it, I kind of had that feeling like, I don't know, is it really worth it? Is it really worth me giving up really my Bronco that I sincerely felt like that would probably be a vehicle that I would keep for a long time, because I just didn't think that I could find something to outdo it. That is why I was so content. And actually, a gentleman that watches my channel reached out yesterday and he said, "What's your favorite vehicle of all time?" And I told him, I said, it's so hard to answer that because I nitpick vehicles. That's my challenge. I just find the imperfections in them, and that just irritates me, and that makes me think, I'm done with this thing. But I have to sincerely say the truth. I have to truthfully say the Ford Bronco Wildtrak package that I bought, that for sure was one of my favorite vehicles of all time. Yes. And I mean, even me talking about it right now, I even think of myself, how'd I give that up? And the challenge for me is, over the years, is I'll keep something like I would have just tried to finagle and steal something else. But then the red Bronco just sits in the driveway, and it's just like, and I already know I can go buy another one if I want to buy another one. So I kind of came to closure. To me, I came to closure is, you know what? I'm going to buy this thing. Because I already know that if I really feel like after I own it and it wasn't the right decision, I can reverse the decision back down the road and buy another Wildtrak Bronco. So that's kind of how I came to closure on buying this. And I had to come to closure on that because if you watched my video on Tuesday last week, you'll see I walked out of the dealership Tuesday evening basically saying, it's not going to go down. I'm not going to keep fighting for this thing. I'm just going to let it go. And I did at that time. So psychologically, I was like, I'm done. But the truth is, I came to closure about what I just told you. And that made more sense to me. And now that I own it, I can't emphasize enough how this really is. It really is a different vehicle. It does drive different. And the power is, really great power. For 37-inch tires, wow. So the point is, I'm just trying to tell you the truth. Sometimes people make mistakes, and they don't want to tell you the truth. They don't want to tell you, the mistake they made. Isn't that something? That's just how we are as mankind. We're embarrassed. We look at like we're a failure. So when you make a mistake and you don't want to give someone all the truth, it's because the underlying message is you're embarrassed and you feel like you failed. Yeah, that's what that's all about. When people start not telling the truth. And I just got to think of myself this morning, this Elon Musk Twitter thing. I know I bring this up a lot, but it's Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Yeah, this guy borderline should run for president. This guy is uncovering the truths. Yes, he's uncovering the truths, which really what he's doing, he's uncovering all the lies. The Twitter social platform, he is so called out in catching red-handed so many people that are portraying that there's something of this great stature of these radical views and ideas that so many others want to listen to and follow, and it's not truthful. And that's what we're learning more than ever, is how our elections in this country are being persuaded by the lies, not the truths. Beyond believable where we are in today's society with technology and information, and yet the truth is the hardest thing to understand now. Everybody, and you have to wonder, the social media platform, where is it going to go? And so I got to think of myself this morning that, look at the electric car market. Yesterday I was at the car dealership, test drive an F-150 truck, and I got to thinking to myself yesterday after I left and got home yesterday evening, I started thinking to myself, wow, is it the cult? Is it the cult? I don't know how to phrase the group of people that are fixated on something and want something. It's a niche. It's a niche of people. I've witnessed this so many times. And it's just like the Ford Bronco. I was talking about that when I bought the Ford Bronco. Why is all of a sudden all the Ford Broncos sitting in the showroom floors and people aren't clamoring to get them? Because I think it's a niche of people that want these things, but it's not the majority. So I think that what's happening is, finally the truths are prevailing on how not everybody wants a Ford Bronco, but the perception is initially, when it's initially brought out, that everybody wants one, so everybody goes out and buys one. But then you just go through that niche of people. They get them, and the ones that already have theirs on order just wait for theirs, and the list goes on. And so you just have compacted the reality of not the whole world wants a Ford Bronco. So not everybody's running down to the Ford dealership now wanting one. You've already gone through that flux of people. So I think with the electric car, I think the same thing is going on right now with the Ford Mustang Mach-E, the I can't think of the Tesla. I'm thinking Twitter. Yeah, I'm thinking Twitter. T&T, right? Hey, has anybody thought of that? Elon Musk bought a T company, and he has a T company. Tesla and Twitter. So I think to myself, it's like a cult. It's a niche. There's X amount of people that are fixated on want to have an electric car, but there's a ton more that don't want an electric car. But the media machine can ramp up, and the governing bodies can ramp up. The electric car is your answer to solve your problems with your gas prices and the world challenges. So I got to think last night, wow, it's incredible how just with Elon Musk, the truth shall prevail. I've been talking about this, believe it or not, for over a year since the pandemic. I've been saying, wow, I just can't wait to see the truth prevail. That all this, to me, the cover-up, the misinformation, the agendas, there's so many things that have gone on during the pandemic. I mean, for the record, Pfizer's made billions of dollars through the vaccines. Billions. I mean, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole with the vaccines and all this virus stuff. Waste of time. Just divides us more. But the whole point is, look at Pfizer. How much money have they made for the pandemic? I mean, billions upon billions. So my saying's been the truth shall prevail. And I think that we're now witnessing more than ever what I'm talking about. That here's the thing. Does everybody want an electric car? Nope. Does the manufacturer think that everyone wants an electric car? Yep. Yeah, is the manufacturer going to toe heel to the governing bodies that are going to force them to get an electric car and make electric cars? Sadly, yes. Is the green agenda, that's really the minority of the world that portrays that the majority wants all this green agenda change? Yeah. As time progresses, the truth shall prevail, because what really goes on too is it's the money factor. Yeah, how bad do you want something? But it's obvious, back when electric cars first hit the market with the Ford side and the Broncos hit the market, people would pay incredible numbers to get that vehicle. But yet now here we are, people don't want them. Why? And I know people are saying, well, it's because of the gas prices. Yeah, it's because of the gas prices, and it's because of the interest rates. Yeah, I mean, those would be the excuses. But I'm like, no, that's not what's going on. What's going on is you've gone through that niche of people that wanted the Bronco, and those people have gotten them now, and others have ordered theirs, and they're, for the most part, content. Electric vehicles, same thing. I think the niche of people want an electric vehicle. They've bought it, they got them. And at the same time, though, you're getting to understand more than ever the truths of the electric vehicles. If you just watch my channel and listen to my experiences, then you'll kind of come to understand more that, the electric vehicle is a cool car, a neat car. But there's a lot of variables to how that car operates. Sadly, for me, my wife, she likes the Mach-E GT, but she doesn't like that charging factor of it. She doesn't like the idea of having to go charge a car. She's never done it. She doesn't really want to do it, and she's fearful of being out on the road and traveling, and the car will run out of energy, and she won't have anywhere to charge it and use it. So for her, the truth about that car is she really doesn't want it. Yeah, that's the truth. She'd rather have something else. So for me, I've got mixed feelings. Well, here's the downside. That car, I had to pay some ADM for that car. Yeah, right. And now the value of it, so it's a huge loss. So for me, that car is not going anywhere, because I'm not going to write a huge check. And sadly, you want to reverse the truth. For me, I think we're possibly getting ready to go through a cash shortage. Sadly, I think next February, March, this country's going to be in gas shortage because of all the research I've done on what's going on in the fuel industry and the Russia thing. You know, where's the truth about the Russia thing in Ukraine? Where's the real truth? But I think the truths are prevailing from that as time progresses too. But sadly, the truth is that has created even more economic havoc in the world. So, anyways, I just got to think to myself this morning on how Elon Musk, I have been so enamored on this Twitter deal. I've been so, why is Elon Musk wanting Twitter? What was that all about? And then as time progressed, I understand. He wanted to make that your Amazon platform, social media. That's what he wanted. He wants Amazon style of infrastructure through that social media Twitter platform. Yes, there's a lot more depth to that, but now he's in serious dire straits with the monies because the left is leaving in droves because they're trying to convince people they're leaving because they feel Elon Musk has gone too right. He's becoming too far radical right. But the truth is they're leaving because the truths are being uncovered about how many fake accounts and followers these people had. And what's sad is all the selling of your information. I think what you're going to find out is, as the truths prevail, is that Twitter is going to have huge fines for not abiding by the privacy laws and the social platform laws. I think you're going to start seeing, here within the next year, you're going to start seeing all these former Twitter executives being hauled into court and being put on the stand that they totally abused the social platform, whatever. And I'm not even on those platforms. So I'm just kind of talking off the tip of my tongue of just common sense. So I think the Twitter thing is just going to be a really eye-opener of how bad it is and how it's used as a platform to promote things that get things accomplished through just lies, beyond lies. We are here, Roy Rogers, and we are gonna park the trucks out here. The kid's got a big truck, so I don't know where she's gonna go, but I'll just go over here. We're gonna get breakfast. I can't see the car show being that great today. It's too cold. So it'll be very interesting. So stay tuned for more conversations. It's kind of tough to get into real, depth on these type of driving down the road conversations. And so anyways, so let's check out the kid who's pulling in. My Bronco Raptor's so toasty warm. I love this thing. This is really nice. This is a vehicle, truthfully, I should keep and just drive it. Just keep it forever. This is a vehicle that will not be there right now. The Raptor forum on the 6G forum is a separate whole division for us Raptor owners. So they're speculating 2,700 of these were built this past year. That's the 2022, which is hard to believe. I have a hard time believing that because you don't see these things. So it's like they've built like 2,700 of these things. That's hard to believe. But anyways, let's go check out the kid. Get out of the truck. Get something to eat. To say. Check out her truckie over there. Look at that there. Isn't that nice? Oh, so I showed her that F-150 truck, and wow, we'll talk about that shortly. Wow, the change of times. Look at that. Now the public restrooms for these for this Roy Rogers, you have to have a key code, which they don't give it to you. They have to come let you in because people are just doing such bad things in the bathroom. Just incredible. Great breakfast here at the Roy Rogers in here. All right, we are done with breakfast, and we're heading over to the car show as everybody freezes their butt off, right? She said, "Dad, I'm not that cold. Listen to this thing. Look, listen to the pipe."
What pipe?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so back to the conversations, right? Back to the conversations. Climb up in the truck. Get my water here. Climb in. Gotta climb into this thing, man. I mean, it's crazy. I'm not lying. Wow. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that was actually a really good. That I gotta continue is the truths. The truth. Part of me is like, I probably named one of my videos the truths, but I make so many dang videos. Yeah, can I truthfully tell you? I can keep track of every name of every theme, but it's not the same conversation. So yeah, there's my truthful statement. But here's the thing. Yesterday evening, when I got back in, it took me forever. If you're following my channel, it took me forever to get my videos to post. It's just because I had been on the road all day. And when you try to upload these videos, you can't, out in the field, it takes forever. So you need the Wi-Fi connection. So when I got back in late yesterday, then my internet wasn't working right. So it just took forever for me to get my videos to start uploading. In fact, my morning one actually didn't come till the last one. Wow, it's so cool. I just went over a big old bump, and it's just like nothing. Yeah, I mean, it's just like nothing to do this. There's the blinker, right? You can really, that really radiates through this vehicle when I watch my videos and hear my noises. So anyway, so the daughter, last night I showed her, it's so funny. If you watch my video, you'll hear her call me in the end of that video coming back from driving F-150 lowered two-door truck. I think that thing's so badass. I really like that thing. I really do. I mean, I'm trying to figure out if I have to give something up to get it, what I give up. And oh my gosh, that thing really is neat. I'm just such a truck guy. I mean, that's really my, believe it or not, that's really my core foundation is trucks. It was not the car. It was really the truck is what always has been my favorite thing. And people reach out to me to ask, what's my favorite vehicle. And I have to say, for the most part, the trucks always are like my favorite. I'd always want to have a truck over a car. And I think a lot of people are that way. But anyway, so for the daughter, if you heard her yesterday, I told her on the phone, I was looking like an F-150 Super Snake style truck, copycat, but not the truck. And she's like, she wasn't very interested. So like, all right, whatever. So we got home last night, and I showed her the video that you all saw as well. And she's like, oh, I want that. I want that. I'm thinking, I was like, okay, so I ask you a question. Would you let go of your GT Mustang for that truck? And she's kind of like, yeah. I'm like, you let go of the GT Mustang. She's like, I could drive it? I'm like, well, yeah, I guess that's what we have to come to closure. So I'm going to buy it and get rid of your Mustang. She's like, can you get it in a stick shift? That would be badass if you could do that. And I'm like, no, you can't. Which it would be badass. And that's something. We're the good old stick shift trucks. Remember those days? I mean, just why? Why? Manufacturers could make these things. Why don't they do it? Just, so aggravating. I don't think I don't have the technology to make it all work. So anyway, so she watched the video, and we watched it actually a few times just to kind of get the exhaust note. And I mean, she's saying that she'd like go over GT Mustang, which I don't know. Part of me's like, yeah, this is like the F-450. We let that go for that Ram Black Mega Cab truck. Oh, thank you for the select few that listen to the whole video. I laugh. I think, yeah, who watches my whole video? And a few of them, my subscribers, said, yeah, I've been wondering about that, but I just figured you're gonna eventually show us a video of what happened to that truck. So people actually listened to my video, like the Eminem story with Van Halen. So the kid is, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not there yet. I'm still mulling this over. Wow, we here, and these are obviously some car show people. So everybody is all bundled up. So last weekend, to me, was too rainy. This weekend, it's everybody's freezing butt. Look, there we. Looks like you're at the football game. You know what I mean? Where everybody's gonna be doing the tailgating. Got some nice Mustangs there. Bullet there. Got the Hellcat Black. That's badass. That looks good. Yeah. So we got the not a real big showing. I mean, it's actually 9:20. So does it? I mean, I'll be impressed, truthfully, if a lot of people show up. Yeah, and for me, for the most part, I'm going to sit in my vehicle for a minute because it's nice and toasty warm. I just don't know if I really want to get into this, the hanging out and freezing thing, if you know what I mean. It's interesting. Where's that person going? So they're going over there. So we got people in a regular truck. And here comes the kid. Yeah, so as far as that F-150, it's not a Super Snake truck, but it's got the look. And the cool thing is it's not real expensive. So there's the kid. I can't put my window down. I can't put my window because I can't the tint. So anyways, yeah, this is going to be interesting Monday. Yeah, I don't know. My finance guy talked the last conversation. I don't know. Ford Motor Credit, they just may be kind of like, we really want you to have less vehicles. We just don't want to continue to finance your addictions, and we're done. So, you know, we're just taking a time out. Too much exposure. We're getting killed by people that are like you that have too many cars and can't afford them. We're getting repoed. I have no idea. Look at this old Ford Falcon or Fairlane. That's so funny. I was going to call it a Ford Fairlane, and I questioned myself on that, and I call it a Falcon. Right. Here's a bad cat up there. So ain't not bad. So anyway, so the truth shall prevail there. You know, does my daughter truthfully come to closure that she'd let go of her GT stick shift Mustang prep? I kind of really don't want to have to, I'd rather not do that. I'd rather be able to get the vehicle, no trade, that gives me an option to then do something else down the road with something else and do something. So it kind of means like, I really don't want to go, I don't know. I mean, and once again, I'm still thinking it through. And that's what the thing about my car addictions and habits, I kind of have to really come to closure. It makes sense. Just like I was telling you earlier about this car here, is I had to really think this through. What kind of made sense to trade out. The truce, right? The conversation got everybody walking around now, and looks like, you know, there's definitely some cars here that I don't normally see, but we're not here every weekend. And this is a very light show because there's much bigger car events like 20 miles from here that are huge. People start showing up at 6 in the morning. Yeah, where this whole shopping center would be full of cars. It's more of the more heavily populated areas. I don't feel like getting out of bed at 5:30 in the morning to go drive down to a car meet and freeze my butt off and then be in with just so many other people. I'm just, you know, I have too many things to do. That's just, gosh, never any projects. Yeah, does anybody know that story? Yeah, there's always something to be going on and just sitting around doing nothing. Right, yeah, gotcha. That's why I never did this stuff. I just didn't have time. All right, follow us along on the Truth Conversations. And wow, yeah, I'm just trying to reflect this past week. But the Bronco Raptor was kind of the thing the whole week. This started on Monday, so it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know, it was Wednesday before the whole thing kind of played out, and then you see the rest. Mustang. Here's an old 300ZX. And there's a Ferrari or something back there. So, yeah, actually, you'll see here. I'll probably take some more video later. All right, we're having a pretty good show here. Here's a gentleman that has a C8 Corvette, and he has a Z06 on order, and it'll be in next summer, he thinks. And wow, and he's going to keep this one, and he's going to add the Z06 to his fleet. And got a lot of car enthusiasts, but boy, it's chilly. Chilly. Had a few people checking out the Bronco, not radical. So, yeah, there's a Bullet. We know that story. RS. So I had one of those. It was red. It was a fun car, but just too small. Very small, just too tight. I mean, fun cars. I shouldn't have sold it because it would have brought me a lot of money right now. There's a nice BMW. Not a strong showing of the Mopar community. Pretty light. Ford Mustang community's up here. Look at that. There's a pickup truck for you. Drive around the property. There's a Mustang. This is a Miata. Ferrari. Oh, there's a gentleman I was talking to, his Mustang. Yep. He was a Beamer guy. So the story of this guy here, though, is Corvette.
I'm not surprised he was a Beamer guy.
He was a Beamer guy, but he got burned. His M3 BMW had major issues. BMW wouldn't take care of it.
I'm not surprised he's a BMW guy.
And so, right. So anyway, so he got burned. So he totally abandoned BMW. He's now a Chevy guy. Look at this here. This is badass. Look at that. That's nice. Very nice. Hey, how are you? All right, we're calling it a day. It's cold. We're leaving. Got too many damn things to do. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Get in the Bronco again. You can follow me along as I get in my truck and get back into toasty warm. Toasty warm, right? Wow, sure. There's a nice Mustang right there. Didn't see that. And brr, it just, I'll pass on freezing my butt off. Oh, look at that there. There you go. There's a lowered Coyote truck. What's the odds of that? No, the kid will probably now regret us leaving. In fact, I'm gonna probably drive back over there to see that truck, just to I don't know. That would have been kind of neat to see that truck, because it was a package that said Coyote on it. What's that all about, right? I've never seen one of those either. That's the two-door lowered, Ford newer trucks. Those are not that's not a, it's just not a common vehicle, if you know what I mean. So probably kids probably like, Dad, should have stayed back to look at that. But I got things to do. Gotta go. So yeah, the truce. And this is the thing, like it's talk. We just kind of get these conversations, get into kind of depth to kind of continue that theme, and I get on my my talking points and all this other stuff, kind of lose it. I need to get gas. Probably go by Costco here and get gas, because guess what? 56 miles. I think the kid's just probably going home, so I should probably just let her know that. Let's see here. Get the phone. And where is that? All right, just got $65 of fuel, of fun, right? Is that how it all plays out? Oh my goodness, here at the Costco. It's just crazy. It's not even noon. Everybody's already running to Costco. The gold mine of Costco. The guy, I'm trying to remember the name of Costco before it became Costco. It started with a P, I thought. I just can't remember. The Costco wasn't named Costco at first. You know what? I'm gonna drive back by the car show real quick here. I want to check out that red truck. The kid's already headed home. I want to see that thing just to see. Yeah, there it is down there. So let's see if we can get a picture of that. A little better picture. And the thing is, you just have to wonder now. I'm looking at that white lowered F-150 truck. I've never ever seen a two-door lowered truck besides my F-150 Super Snake at that show. So I've never ever seen a two-door lowered truck, modern. I'm not talking about some guys that have modded those other type of vehicles. So intriguing, to say the least. Yeah, it's funny. It's a slang. It's not funny, but that's just a slang. You know what I said? But I was there talking to some guys, and one guy there was, we're yakking about the cars, and then I go into the agenda of the electric vehicles come up. And so we started on electric vehicles. And then I started sharing with them about electric vehicles and how, it's so misled information and blah, blah, blah. And then I bring up Twitter, and one guy, Elon Musk, another guy sitting there going, wow, we just weren't talking about cars. Now we're talking about Elon Musk and Twitter. He's like, what's going on here? He didn't want to hear it. I mean, sincerely, I could just kind of tell this type of guy, and I'm no fool to life, some people, and I get it. That's why I'm sure some people turned my channel off as soon as they heard me say the left. I mean, I'm sure I don't have anything to do with this guy. I get all that, whatever. I don't care. I mean, sadly, do you think I'm that idiotic to think that the right's perfect? I mean, that isn't the message, And the message is, more than ever, the truths are prevailing from these social media platforms. So it seems to be dominant that wins out these social media platforms is the left-minded agenda, for the record. So, okay. Yeah, right. Defund the police? You think that was a conservative, right-minded person? No. Yeah, the list goes on and on and on. Here's my buddy. That's in his little his video on him. And all right, so let's go back here and check out the Coyote truck. Yeah, so anyways, I know, I talk, I can offend some people, they just don't want to hear it, I get it. So who owns this truck? I gotta go find out right now. I'm gonna check it out, look at this here. So I wonder who did this. This is somebody's, so David's Momentum Sinster Coyote, gotta check it out. We gotta check it out. All right, as usual, I'm a guy, just can't stop talking. Yeah, so that Coyote F-150 lowered red truck, there's nothing there. That's just the guy doing his own thing. So I was starting to think, since he had a big Coyote sticker on the back of it, I mean, is there some company out there making these things and, lowering them and doing something? No. So nothing there on that. So anyways, it's Sunday morning car meet adventures. The truth shall prevail. And what's interesting is some people there were talking about, hey, I've noticed lately on how there's a lot of Ford Broncos sitting on dealers' lots. Yeah, right. The niche. That's what I was talking about earlier this morning is, there's a niche. And that's what I was trying to kind of convey through my truth conversation is there's just a select group of people that are fixated on things. And when it comes to cars, I've seen it over and over again. I've seen the Hellcats where everybody's got their fixation on getting a Hellcat. I've seen the Z06s back, 15 years ago, same story. You just have this select group of people wanting these things and clamoring to them, but it projects like everybody wants one, will pay premium price. And that's what I was talking about. The theme of today's conversation is it's so misled of what the reality is, and that's where we are today more than ever. And Elon Musk has pretty much uncovered and how more than ever these social media platforms, it's just a niche group of people trying to portray that, the majority of people think that their views and ideas are the norm and are what the majority want. And that's where I say I think Elon Musk has uncovered a lot of the truths. All right, everybody, appreciate and watch my channel. And, so what's the next adventure, right? Well, I guess the next adventure is, does that F-150 two-door space white lowered truck deal go down? And yeah, does that make any sense? I mean, I know, and you watch my channel, like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, right. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I get it. Huh. So I don't know. Who knows? If you watch my channel, you'll get it. Like, yeah, right, who knows? The Iceman? Yeah. What's next, right? So, okay, thanks for watching my channel, and share the info. Share the info. I try to give you info so you can share info with others, just to start opening people's eyes that it's not right what's going on in today's society, that the minority of people that have these really radical ways of looking at things and doing things, that they're trying to persuade the minority to become the majority. I think it's really sad. And I think for the young people in our country, it's very confusing times for them. I mean, I really do feel bad for the younger generation because they're being driven by a media machine of exactly what I've talked about.
and they're being taught things that they think are acceptable and right. And if you watch my video a few days ago, right, when you bring up your kids or you try to teach them what is right from wrong, but more than ever, the social media machine is teaching kids what is wrong is right. Yeah, I mean, radical. It is. It's very bad. Very bad. And we all know young people are very spongy. They're just very green. They're just very susceptible for somebody twisting their mind to believe something that's not right. And that's why I try to talk about this, because I can only hope that more and more people start waking up and realizing that it's not right what's going on in our society with the media machine destroying it, and it's not acceptable. And people have to start speaking up and talking about it and just let people know it's just not right. And back there at Costco, I don't really know what played out there, but it's kind of weird. I was hitting gas. The gentleman in front of me in a big Ford F-150 truck, he hogs both gas pumps to get his own gas. I mean, it's just weird. For me as an individual, I have really no desire to go argue with somebody, but it's borderline. You just want to get out of the vehicle and go, why is your truck blocking both gas pumps when you're holding everybody else up? And I mean, what is that all about? And then he couldn't get his Costco card to work. Then he couldn't get his credit card to work. It took forever for this guy to get gasoline. And I'm sure this guy, just in his own world, is like, whatever, no biggie. That I just, was not polite to other people. Yeah, where's the politeness? More than ever, where is the politeness? I talk about it so many times. It's so easy to be mean. Just like I said, I could have got out of my vehicle and I could have gotten into a debate with that guy, but I'm not going to do it. The compassionate side of me says, that guy I think he's scared of something, what he did, how he pulled his truck in there, that he doesn't know how to position it correctly to get the gas into it. So I just try to take the side of, giving the person the benefit of the doubt, that it's not an intentional thing. That's what I try to do. But a lot of people won't take that position. That's where the confrontation begins. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching Ice Age TV. Stay tuned for more adventures, and God bless, and have a great, safe day.